Hi, I'm Stuart. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Thanks for viewing my video. This video I'm going to do the 101 Days of Summer tag. I was tagging a video by Pat at Book Chat with Pat 8668. I'm going to repeat what Pat said to properly credit the creator of this tag. 101 Days of Summer tag. This is a brand new original tag created by Duane at the Reading Room 1972. Duane says that he has created the 101 Days of Summer tag to celebrate the tropes of summer. Have fun. There are 10 prompts in this tag. The first prompt is BBQ Time. Pick a favorite author. They're inviting you to a barbecue to announce their newest work. What do you hope they're announcing? What are you bringing to share? The author I'm choosing is Yasmin Galenorn. She, a few years back, decided to become an independent author, and she tried to get back the rights to a lot of her books. Some she did, some she didn't. And some she didn't. She just had to end ongoing series. And what I would hope is that she would announce a new book from one of those series that she said she wasn't going to continue because she couldn't get the rights to the books anymore. And I'm just going to bring chips and soda, kind of vanilla items, but I'll bring some chips and soda to the barbecue. The second prompt is road trip. Pick a real-world setting from a recent or not-so-recent read. Where would that road trip take you? I'm going to go to Little Crescent Island, Georgia, which is a location in Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. It actually wouldn't be a road trip, really, because I live in Connecticut. It would mostly be a plane trip and rent a car and just drive the rest of the way to the island. But so it's not quite what this says, but it is a location from a book that I'd like to travel to. It's quite hot and humid there during the summer, so I'd probably go during the off season. But it's a nice tourist destination as described in the book. The third prompt is camping. Do you rough it? Say 10, a sleeping bag, or do you require amenities? Would you read more than usual? I don't rough it. I was a Boy Scout as a kid, and I did enjoy it, but I don't really want to do that anymore. I would get a cabin. It would have to have amenities. I need my amenities now. Would you read more than usual? The second part of this prompt is, would you read more than usual? I would try to prioritize enjoying being there. So it's likely I would read less than usual. The only mitigating factor is I'd also try not to be on my phone or online in some other way. I would avoid bringing a laptop. So that might balance out, but I wouldn't prioritize reading, so there's a good chance I'd be reading less. I'm probably going to read some. Always probably going to read some, but it's likely going to be less. The fourth prompt is festivals. You're attending a Booktube festival where dressing is one of your favorite literary characters. It's the only requirement. Who do you get dressed as and why? I'm going to pick Mr. Spock from the original Star Trek series. I just think it'd be cool to dress as a member of the Enterprise. Initially, I was just going to say some random character, but the characters who have the red uniforms always get killed, so I'd want to dress as one of the main characters. So I picked Mr. Spock. Just be a cool character to dress as. The fifth prompt is slice of life. What is something others may consider simple or mundane, but is something you can't see a summer without? At least in the U.S., air conditioning is probably considered mundane. Most of us have it. But I'm not actually crazy about summer. I'm not crazy about the heat and humidity, so I couldn't see a summer without air conditioning. Mainly in my house, but also in my vehicle too. I couldn't see it. The sixth prompt is scary story. Which author would you invite to go camping with, knowing you would want to hear the scariest story they could tell around the campfire? I'm going to pick Stephen King. I'm sure he's got some stories that he never publishes books that he could tell us that would be really scary. Seventh prompt is first love / summer crush. A romantic interest during the summer months often leads to bittersweet ending or a lasting impact. Which do you prefer to read? How does the age of the characters affect this opinion? I'd want a lasting impact, even though in any book that's a romance or a romance features prominently, I kind of want things to end well and I want a happy ending. Does the age of the characters matter to me? Not really, although I do recognize realistically it's much more likely that the younger characters are going to get that bittersweet ending rather than the lasting impact. The 8th prompt is nostalgia. What book or books instill in you an overwhelming sense of summer nostalgia? They don't necessarily have to take place during summer, but rather they somehow are attached to summer for you. One book I'm going to choose is Boy's Life by Robert McCammon. It was a year in the life of a kid, and part of it was set in summer. Now there's It by Stephen King. I think as far as like evoking a feeling of summer, it's just that when I think of being a kid, I think of summer. So even a book like It, which I can't really specifically remember when it was set, although kids were outside a lot, so it had to be at least warmer weather. Those are two books that I think of immediately. The 9th prompt is summer stories. What is a book or books you would recommend where the summertime is the primary focus? I would recommend One Italian Summer by Rebecca Searle. It's a romance and it's set in a beautiful Italian town on the coast. The 10th prompt is don't forget to tag your Booktube friends. First, I'm tagging anyone who's watching this if you like to do one or more of the prompts in a video, or if you like to do one or more prompts in my comments, please do so. But I'm going to tag a group of people. I'm tagging Nix, Smitty, Kayla, Milena, Maeve, Nick, Heather, Brian, Fred, Flossie, Justin, Felix, Hannah, Jen, Sue, Daniela, Cliff, Philip, Elaine, Nigel, Kevin, Kelly, and Renee. Just if you want to do this one. Good time to do it because we're soon going to officially be summer. Hope you're having a wonderful reading week. I hope you're having a wonderful week in general. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Please subscribe. Please hit the bell to get notified when I upload future videos.